I find I can read minds, and the answer is yes. I will sleep with you.
Hi guys, tinspens here again. I've been on Bigo for like more than 2 years now, and I'm still having fun with it. A lot of it has something to do with the people that frequently come back to my life. A long time ago when I just first started Bigo, I was going through people's lives. I came across Nikki. Nikki is a UK host. I was chatting to people like normal. Thought, well, that's really cool. Like, that's how my life is too. It's good to see someone else who does the same thing. That's where I met Laurance. And that's how we started chatting. Started to like try and catch him on his live, and he caught me on my live. I was very naive, I would kick out people that try to make me say naughty stuff, which is looking back on it was a bit too aggressive. I used to kick people out that calls me baby girl just because it was cringy. Like, that's really mean, how I was so mean, but I guess it takes you some time to get used to different types of people and then not be offended by little things. Yeah, I think I'm more tolerant now than I used to be because of the amount of stuff that you actually get. And now it's just the only things that I really don't appreciate is if you indecent proposal, dick pics, and obviously something that's really mean. Oh gosh, sometimes people would say, I'm gonna rape your kids. Can you believe that? That's terrible. He saw me kick out someone with an inappropriate name. It's so silly. Why did I do that? I'm sorry. How when you're first started, when you've been attacked a few times by, people's farts, you kind of get paranoid that everyone's trying to attack you. So I guess that's how I felt that time. And so Laurance was like, oh, I have a friend named Bob on my knob. I didn't even know what that meant. I had to search it on Google. She said, if you see my friend Bob on my knob, don't kick him out because he's my friend. And so like, Bob on my knob came on my live, and I was like, hey, Bob on my knob, Laurance mentioned you, whatever. And so like I respond to all my messages on Bigo, right? And so like Laurance was messaging me, and Bob on my knob was messaging me as well, and I was talking to them both. So like at that time, Flo had some jobs here in London, and she stayed with me for some time. We were both doing Bigo together. Flo saw Bob on my knob, and she was like, hi Laurance, and I'm like, oh, Laurance is there. And then she was like, yeah, Bob on my knob is Laurance. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, like all this time I've been talking to Laurance about Bob on my knob, and I've been talking to Bob on my knob about Laurance, and all this time they're both the same person. What the hell? Someone came on my live and like started gifting me stuff, and he sent me a dick pic after, and that was the very first dick pic I've received, and I was just like, what? Like, is this my life now? I went on like Laurance's multi, so I received gifts from someone, and then they expect that they can just send me dick pics. I'm like, is this gonna be my life now? Dick pics every day. And who informed me that actually you can block people, you can kick people out, you can mute people? Not know that time, because obviously I was so new. He was like, no, you don't have to tolerate that. That's why now I'm very careful about the people that I follow back. I follow back people after I get to know them. Like, I always say, I'm not that easy to get. You need to chat me up first. Like, maybe I'll follow you back on the third day. Normally, I wouldn't give my address to anyone. Even people that I know in person, and like that I work with or whatever, I would never, if I don't feel comfortable enough to give it. Like, if I just met you now, like, oh, you can't expect me to give you my address. That's crazy. Well, if that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but it seems like you're way too arrogant. Thinks so highly of yourself to not be able to accept that, because you have to understand, anyone can be a serial killer. Okay, so I can't give everyone my address, because what if you're a serial killer, huh? Given him my address, he sent me some goodies from New Zealand at one point. For my birthday last year, 2021, I received flowers, and I was like, who's gonna send me flowers? I wasn't with anyone that time, or like, no, even in secret, no. I looked at the bottom, because when you don't know who it's from, you normally just look at the bottom, and it says Batman. I was like, Batman? Who the hell is Batman? And then I had to like read it from the beginning. Hope you have a lovely birthday, little Russian girl. have a bath in the bath. See, it still makes me laugh. And not too much hand labor. From testicles, boobies, bob on my knob, one Wang Ting Cock, Alpha Kenny One, and of course Laurance, aka Batman. So he calls me Russian because like I would go live anytime I can, right? Sometimes it will be like rushing in the morning, like going to work or like cooking breakfast for the kids and stuff. And most of the time I'll be rushing to work. And so I guess because of my accent, I always say, "Oh, I'm rushing. I'm Russian. Russian." And then he says I'm Russian. And then even when people ask me where are you from, he would respond Russia. And it's so annoying because like for people who are new, like I'll have to explain the whole thing, like, no, I am not from Russia. I grew up in Philippines. I live in the UK. I'm half Filipino, half British. Oh my goodness. Bath in the bath is something that I said one time and then I had to pay for it because he keeps teasing me about it since then. Because he's like, what else are you gonna do in the bath? Or where else are you gonna have a bath? Hand labor is from that time when someone messaged me, do you like hand job? It was like a wrong translation from manual labor, and instead of manual labor he said hand job instead. And then these are the names that he uses. So Laurance goes on my live and uses like a lot of different names that are naughty, you know, if you say it out loud, like Wang Ting Cock, that Wang Ting Cock, or Alpha Kenny One. His names change every single time, and like he would trick me into believing that it's someone else, and he would say random stuff like marriage me now because life is short and so are you. And I'm 4'11 and a half. Everyone on my life knows that, like I'm 4'11 and no, actually I don't really know if it's 4'10 and a half or 4'11 and a half. It's still under investigation. That time I told them that I'm scared of heights, and Laurance was like, oh, is that why you stopped growing? I have to do the bins today. And he would be like, oh, I wish I could be bins so that I'll have to do him. You must go up the ladder to success. And by the way, my name is Sess. And yeah, that's all about Laurance. Laurance, you know how much I appreciate you. He's been here from the beginning and until now he's here. And you know, there's a lot of people who like come and go and not that kind of come and go. I think the most consistent person on there. Like he's so consistent that he's now my top one. There's been a lot of people who will be there every single day, but then after some time they just kind of disappear, or maybe after some time come back again. So much loyalty from Laurance. Thank you so much, Laurance, for always being there from the beginning up to now. And you're one of the reasons why I enjoy my life so much. And also, you know what? I think, besides the fact that it's funny, I think part of the reason why Laurance does that is it kind of makes my life more interesting, and I feel like somehow he's trying to help me out. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'm an ninja without a name. Don't fall in love.